Beatrice and her husband Edoardo Markle have welcomed a baby girl into their family, it has been announced. The Queen's granddaughter gave birth to a baby girl on Saturday, weighing 6 pounds 2 ounces, at the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital. Buckingham Palace said the princess and her daughter were doing. They added that the baby's grandparents and great-grandparents are delighted. The baby girl will be 11th in line to the throne and is the Queen's 12th great-grandchild. Chelsea and Westminster Hospital is one of the more glamorous NHS hospitals, with a catalogue of famous names having been born there including Holly Willoughby, Amanda Holden and Claudia Winkleman. It often also sees wealthy patients and, sometimes, barons, like Beatrice's sister's father-in-law, George Brooksbank. Mr. Brooksbank, Jack Brooksbank's father, was admitted to the hospital last year after contracting COVID-19. The outlook was at first bleak. Jack and his wife, Beatrice's sister Princess Eugenie, were told to prepare for the worst more than once. But Mr. Brooksbank eventually recovered from the illness, and described his treatment by NHS staff as incredible after a 5-week spell in intensive care. Thanking the health service, he said, "The point I really want to get across is that I think the NHS is absolutely magnificent. The way I was treated was incredible. Nothing was too much trouble and at no point did I get a sense of a shortage of doctors or nurses or any impression that the service was in any way overwhelmed. There was always somebody at hand. I want to offer profound thanks to everyone who was involved. It was a real eye-opener for somebody who has not been in hospital before for any length of time. I certainly owe them my life." Mr. Brooksbank fell ill with coronavirus after a trip to France in March 2020 and went on to spend a total of 9 weeks in hospital. His condition improved after a tracheotomy and he was moved to the Royal Brompton Hospital, where he continued his recovery. Later, he spent time in a rehabilitation clinic in Roehampton, West London. Despite his lengthy recovery period, Mr. Brooksbank said he felt absolutely fine. His wife also caught the virus but didn't need hospital treatment. She said, "Without doubt, they saved him, and we could not be more grateful. We were not able to see him throughout his treatment and more than once we were told to expect the worst." Meanwhile, in a post to Twitter, Beatrice said she was so delighted to share the news of the safe arrival of our daughter, thanking the midwife team and everyone at the hospital for their wonderful care. She is the eldest daughter of the Duke and Duchess of York, and married property tycoon Mr. Markle in a private ceremony last July. The royal is also stepmother to Mr. Markle's son Wolfie from his previous relationship with ex-fiancée Dara Huang.